Alright. Somehow, we actually got streaming to work. That's new. Something working. Alright, so hello to Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. I'm streaming by myself, so please bear with me as I embarrass myself. Commentating alone. Before I jump into this, I'm gonna go change some DLC stuff. Oh, wait, I went on the wrong thing. Oops. Alright. Costumes, there we go. Now, we're gonna make Phoenix. That's fine. Alright, so Apollo. We have, pet teacher. Teacher's pet. I'm already screwing up. Oh god. We have teacher's pet Apollo. And that is literally it. I'll keep that. They have a lot of costumes from the third game. We're just gonna make Phoenix look ridiculous. Alright. So, if you're wondering why there's gonna be another save slot here, it's because Tristan already started playing without me. I know you're watching, Tristan, screw you. Just to make sure I am not... Okay. Just to make sure I'm not overwriting one of his stuff. Yes. Let's delve right into Ace Attorney.
On the western edge of the Far East, lies a peaceful country of spirit mediums and mystery, the kingdom of WiiHii. But now, the flames of revolution are threatening to consume it whole. But things like revolt and revolution were the furthest things from my mind when I first arrived in this land.
That's a cute cow. By the way, that was Tristan coming in to tell me that his computer probably can't handle the streaming, so we're gonna have to turn down the quality.
Sorry about that.
He says sorry. Oh, look at that, that's blood already. Oh. This blight's on my soul. I'll have the child take the blame. April 23rd, 4:26 p.m. 6 minutes off from Blazed. Kingdom of Kirayan. Alright, so before we go anywhere, I'm going to really quick take a look at these settings. I'm gonna see if I can turn down the video quality to... Yeah, it is set to 720p and 60 frames per second. We only need 30 frames per second, and $720 is fine. These settings won't be applied until the next time you begin streaming. Hoo boy! Alright, we're gonna go offline for a second. Alright, so see you guys in the next 5 seconds. Alright, so we're back online, I think. Just gonna wait until I see everything is up and running. Alright, there we go. Everything is up and running. So, what we're gonna do now... Yep, so now we have the stream at 30 frames per second. That should be perfectly fine. This isn't a video game that you need 60 freaking frames per second on. Alright, welcome back. April 23rd, 6 minutes from Blazed PM. Kingdom of Kirayan. Kirayan, I think that's it. Whew, I'm finally here. So this is the Kingdom of Kirayan, huh? What a long trip. I wonder how many hours I was in the air. But just look at this place. Get a load of the street. It really feels like I'm in another world here. And that gorgeous temple. I read that's the center of town. Oh, Phoenix is one of those people that takes pictures of every single thing. Wow, an ox right in the middle of the street. I have to get a picture of that. Wow, a cow made of butter. My daughters would love that. Excuse me, sir. Wonder what kind of bird that is. I've never seen anything like it. That's quite a crest. Excuse me, sir. What? Oh, yes. Pardon me, but are you Mr. Right? Yes, that's right. Oops, hope he hasn't been trying to get my attention all this time. Yeah, because you're so busy taking pictures of stuff. Maybe you should stop taking pictures. Wait a minute. Are you... That's right. I'll be your guide. I'm already done with this game. I'm a monk in training at Temple. You didn't even try there. Come on. And I'll be your guide, or I'll be your guide. It's very nice to meet you. Hapiraki. Happy what now? Hapiraki, that's how we greet people here in Kirayan. It's like hello, or how do you do? It's a pretty handy expression to know. Okay, let me give it a try. Hello, I'm Phoenix Wright. Hapiraki. My name is Phoenix Wright. and I run a small law office. Well, that's what I do back home anyway. Right now, I'm just a traveler, a stranger in a strange land. Oh, it's a ponytail. Welcome to our country. Welcome to the Kingdom of Kharian, land of spirit mediums and mystery. This is for you. That's a Magatama. What is this mysterious green lump exactly? Phoenix, you only held one for like 5 years of your career. Allow me to explain. This is a famous Kharianese sweet bun. Ah. Not gonna lie. Kinda want some sweet buns though. It's shaped like a Magaton that's so yummy it'll send your soul right to the Twilight Realm. That doesn't exactly make me eager to try it. That'd be like having a Yu-Gi-Oh card so powerful it automatically sends you to the Shadow Realm. Thanks, I think I'll indulge later. That will be 20 Damas. Thank you for your patronage. I have to pay? I always have plenty of those on hand, so just let me know if you ever want any more. As he lumps over to the side.
If it tells you the CPU is going too high again, let me know. I'm next door.
Hello, this is another guest appearance from Tristan ruining my stream.
I set it up for you.
Yeah, what I did was instead of lowering the quality, it said 720. I made it 30 frames per second.
Okay.
It wasn't being consistent before, so now it's at a consistent 30 frames.
Okay.
Which is fine. You don't need 60.
Did you also explain that you likely cannot have the stream up at the same time to see any comments or anything like that because the internet would kill itself then?
There's comments on the side here.
Oh, there are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Yeah, I wasn't even looking. Oops.
Well, now you know.
Hello, sorry for ignoring you.
You're welcome. That wasn't my intent, but hey, it betters itself in the end. Now you know you can do that.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard Tristan at all, but he told me to look at the chat, which I completely forgot to do. Alright, no wonder his bag looks so heavy. It's stuffed with all the tools of his trade. Oops, I almost forgot to tell you something really important. It's about Miss Maya. It's about Miss Maya. She can't come see you for a few days yet. I want my Maya! When I called her from the airport, she said she was still training up in the mountains. I told her I'd wait for her here. Either way, I was glad to see she's in good spirits. Pun. Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium who used to work as my assistant. I came all the way out here to celebrate the end of her ascetic training with her. This is my first time in this country, so I'll be counting on you, okay? If you heard of that car outside, trying to rev his engine and sound cool, just know that I secretly hope they crash. You got it, sir. Please don't hesitate if you need anything at all. Maya was right when she told me I could leave everything in your capable hands. Aw, shucks, she said that. That sure was nice of her. I had a chance to show Miss Maya around a little bit too. If there's one person Maya was worried about, it's me. Oh, you. Because we both know trouble likes to follow you wherever you go, she said. That girl worries too much. Well, you sure came early to the party, Mr. Right, sir. I mean, Miss Maya won't be done with her training for another 2 weeks. Ugh, hate to admit it, but I came early because I was worried about her too. Oh, well, you know, haha. I thought I'd get in a little sightseeing first. A little too much sightseeing. Sightseeing? Well, I'm your man for that. I'll show you all the best sights in this country has to offer. Thanks, that would be great. I guess Albie takes his job very seriously. Well, what are we waiting for? Those sights are going to see themselves. Yikes, you don't have to shove. First stop. Redundant Temple, right there in the center of town. There's something there I really want to show you. Ooh. That zoom, though. Redundant Temple Plaza. Wow, it's even more impressive up close. Allow me to explain. This is the heart of our town. Redundant Temple. It was created by the founder of Karayanism, the Holy Mother herself. I'm training right here at the temple to be a monk someday. I read that the people of this country are all adherents of Karayanism. According to my guidebook, it's a religion in which ancestral spirits are venerated. The Holy Mother was a great spirit medium who could commune with our ancestors' souls. And spirit mediums become queens to this day, direct descendants of the Holy Mother. A spirit medium rules the entire country, huh? Talk about power and influence. The main thing you'll want to see when you come to Redundant Temple is the Dance of Devotion, right? The Dance of Devotion takes place twice, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. This dance, along with the Song of Ceremony, is performed in offering to the Holy Mother. The Dance of Devotion has the power to summon 4 souls from the Twilight Realm. Karen has believes the total is carried wings and form the illusion around it. Hold it! Slow down. How did I know he was going to suddenly go really fast? I can't remember all of that at once. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I got a little overexcited. Oh, you. Anyway, the main thing I got from all that is that you really, really love your country. Well, that sure is true. I like this kid. He pours his heart into everything he does. Let's see, I guess I just explained about half of what I usually explain. So I'll give you a special discount and only charge you 10 damas for the tour fee. Thank you for your patronage. I guess he pours his heart into aggressive salesmanship too. Come to think of it, Miss Maya told me she could tell I love my country too. We sit here for about an hour while I told her all about the Holy Mother. Really? An hour? Hope that counted as patience training. And she seemed really interested too. She listened to my whole speech. Huh. That doesn't sound like the Maya I know. Miss Maya is so kind and nice. She teaches me really well, like a little brother. She's kind of like a big sister to me. This is Maya Fey you're talking about, right? Maybe she's grown up since I last saw her. It's 3 o'clock. Oh no! What's the matter? Is it that time already? We have to hurry into the temple right away. But first, let me give you this lyric card for the Song of Ceremony I told you about. There's an English translation of lyrics there too. So give it a read, okay? Let's go! But why the big rush? If we don't hurry, we'll miss the beginning of Her Benevolence's Dance of Devotion. Her Benevolence? I have no freaking idea what's going on right now. Cutscenes. I'm not reading that out. Oh shit.
I'll be your guy. You're under arrest for treason.
Oh shit. I'm really enjoying the direction this is going. April 24th, 10:10 a.m. High Court of Kurain. Accused lobby. Let me in. Why won't you let me in? That is a scary gun. I told you, my friend is on trial in there. The police raided the temple in the middle of the dance performance yesterday and arrested Albie on suspicion of treason. I was worried about Albie, so I just had to come see this trial. The trial isn't a tourist attraction, so clear off. If you want a picture for your scrapbook, take one of me and get out of here. Oh god. Thank you, arrogant guard holding a giant gun. Look, you've got it all wrong. Just great. Well, I guess there's only one thing to do. I could be the asshole and lie. But we'll go ahead and tell him I'm a lawyer. I'm a foreigner, but I'm not your average foreigner. I'm an advanced foreigner. Back at home, anyway. I think this is the part where he's going to tell me that lawyers aren't needed anymore, and then laugh at me. Or be legitimately shocked that there's a lawyer. That's not possible! What's he so shocked about? Well, whatever. Now is my chance. Nothing wrong with a lawyer entering the courtroom, right? Wait, get back here, you. Phoenix, you can't just do this. Look at how you're dressed, you can't just do this. Wait, isn't that her benevolence? What's she doing here in court? The divination seance has been performed. Look at that beard! Good lord, if only I could grow such a beard. I will now hand down my verdict against the accused. What? A verdict already? But the trial only just started. Guilty? There's gotta be some kind of mistake. Please take another look. Seances performed by Princess Raifa are infallible. They show only the truth. What right do you have to question her abilities? But I didn't. I'm sorry, what? I thought Winston Payne was not Kurainese. What the hell is he doing here? Non-believers will only be met with suffering in the shadow realm, you know? But I didn't do it. Your benevolence allowed me to explain, I beg of you. Be silent, impudent whelp. There is no merit to be had in indulging the ramblings born of a criminal's unclean soul. But what in the world is going on here? The judge made his ruling based on something called a divination seance? What is Albie's attorney doing? Wait a minute, where is Albie's attorney? Why is this happening? I didn't do anything wrong. Foolish child. Foolish child who is foolishly foolish. Doubting the divination seance is tantamount to doubting the Holy Mother herself. I'm not Kyranese, we can doubt her. Your Majesty, as Royal Priestess and in the name of the Holy Mother, I command you. Impose the highest penalty against this unclean soul. As you command, so shall it be done, your benevolence. May her holiness grant us her divine favor. Urdihara Karayan. I got close enough. I totally don't look weird in this outfit. Wait just one moment. You're... Ugh, me and my big mouth. Now what? Mr. Wright, what are you doing here, sir? Well, I'm in it now, so I have to do this, right? Your Honor, it's too soon to give your verdict. This trial has only been underway for a few minutes. Excuse me? Who on earth are you? I'm, well... an ordinary tourist, Your Honor, just passing through. Ah, a tourist, are you? Hapiraki. But more importantly, where is this boy's defense attorney? Defense attorney? Defense attorney? What? Huh. Whatever are you talking about? He doesn't need a defense attorney. What a knee slapper. Wait, what? Of course you wouldn't be aware of being a foreigner and all, but we have no need for defense attorneys here in the kingdom of Karayan. Leave it all up to her benevolence, the sacred power of spirit communion. Her divination seances determine all. What? But surely see how unfair that is. What kind of insane court system are they running here? I don't know. It's a different country, Phoenix. I mean, you should have kind of expected it. You would dare mock me, you barb-headed buffoon? If you value your life, you will leave post-haste, or I shall summon the bailiff. The bailiff is that big scary dude with the big scary gun, isn't he? I'm sure he'd be happy to oblige you with a bullet or two as a souvenir of your travels. Damn. Savage. At the cost of an arm and a leg, no doubt. Now hold on, Mr. Wright has nothing to do with any of this. I'll be. I appreciate what you're trying to do here, Mr. Wright, but never mind about me. You just go ahead and go see Miss Maya. But... forget about me, you have to go now. I'm sure you could find another guide. There were lots more places I wanted to show you, but it looks like I won't get a chance now. I'm sorry. The poor kid, he's trying to put on a brave face, but look how terrified he is. What can I do? What should I do? Well, I can't defend Bolby Shaganovsky, or else I'm just gonna... yeah, that's not gonna work. We'll go find Maya. By the way, Bolby Shaganovsky is that weird kid from Jimmy Neutron, if nobody got that reference. Slap, 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 clap, clap, clap. The whole reason I came to this country was to see Maya. And I'm just an outsider here with no knowledge of the way they do things. But I'm still a defense attorney first and foremost. I can't just let a verdict be handed down with nobody standing in Alby's corner. If Alby doesn't have a defense attorney, then I'll do it. I'll defend him. Defend him? You can't be serious. Wait, I just said go find Maya. Wait, did I press the wrong one? Oh god, did I just press the wrong one on mistake? Oops. I most certainly can, don't worry. I'm quite used to tackling all sorts of trials. Besides, can you imagine how furious Maya would be if I let anything happen to you? Mr. Wright. You are but a naive tourist, ignorant of our ways. But if you are smart, you will heed my advice. Do not pursue this matter any further. Looks like defending somebody is easier said than done in this country. Bailiff, throw this man out. Your Majesty, if you please. You have something to say, Mr. Payne? Heh. Why not allow it, Your Majesty? Why not have him defend the accused? Thank you, Payne. Thank you for your fucking egotistical ass. You are literally the reason this game is continuing on with the story. It could prove very interesting, right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Right, Monsieur whoever you are. Nobody remembers him. Hold on, let me get a drink real quick. All this talking is not good for the throat. Alright, that's better. That's Chief Prosecutor, Your Majesty. And yes, I am acquainted with him. He's a defense attorney from my native land. I've had dealings with him in the courtroom before. Heavens to Betsy! What even is that saying? I don't know what that comes from. What? Mr. Wright, you were a defense attorney? Didn't I just say that? A defense attorney? Well, this is a shock. No, it's not. You may be surprised to hear that I have more than 10 years of experience. I guess there aren't all that many lawyers around here. Your Majesty, would you kindly allow us to proceed in the manner of my old country? But Mr. Payne, I've already made a ruling in this case. Heh, call it nostalgia if you will, but I am most eager to give it a try. But I have a previous engagement, you see, a class together with the missus. Your Majesty, I agree we should have a whack at it. It sounds amusing. Thank you, you egotistical losers. A score of years have passed since we last saw a defense attorney in this courtroom. A score? As in 20 years? What's the deal with this country? Mr. Payne, I want that barbed head brought to me on a stick. As you wish, your benevolence. I, Chief Prosecutor Payne, will see it to myself. Very well, Mr. Payne. If that is what you and her benevolence want, I will acquiesce. I will do a thing. As for the defense, I hope you're prepared for every eventuality. Every eventuality? What is he talking about? There, are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Yes. Thank you, Mr. Payne. Sorry for not remembering you earlier. We're being bothered again.
Sorry, I wanted to come check how things are going because my phone just died, so if you were sending me a message about a problem, I can't check it.
Were you watching me?
Yeah, and then my phone died during that.
Oh, you suck. How am I? How am I doing?
Pretty good, I think.
Good.
I agree, whoever said Maya is bad.
That's Nick.
I couldn't see the username from there. Hi, Nick.
At least I'm gonna assume that's Nick because of the avatar.
Yep. Okay, I have my water.
But yes, hello, Nick.
Have fun facing off against pain.
I already am in pain, thank you. The incredible pain, as I am also known in this country. And you'll see soon enough just why that is when you're forced to capitulate to me before this very court of law. Why is he so strangely confident? And not only that, but what's with the gallery? Just you watch, our defense attorney will try to twist the truth. You can bet on it. Get him, Chief Prosecutor. Crush that defense devil. This is way more lawyer hate than even back home. Now, if you would please give your opening argument once again, Mr. Payne. Certainly, Your Majesty. The accused is charged with 2 crimes, larceny and murder. What happened to treason? Yesterday, the Founder's Orb was stolen from the treasure room of Redundant Temple. In addition to the theft, 2 other things were discovered in the treasure room. The dead body of Mr. Patrol, a temple security guard, and the empty treasure box that housed the orb, which Mr. Roll was in charge of guarding. We believe that Mr. Roll was murdered by the thief who stole the treasure. To kill a guard armed with a gun, what a terrifyingly bold act. I couldn't agree more, Your Majesty. Please allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and crime photo. What was autopsy report added to the court record? Death around noon. Head shows signs of being hit with a blunt object, and that's it. Crime photo. It's been a long time since we had evidence presented in court as well. It's kind of refreshing, actually. Haha. God, that beard. We may rely on the power of the seances, but our police still carry out investigations. Thus, any proof I provide is indisputable. Oh, really? Well, forgive me if I don't just take your word for it. I can check the evidence myself by checking them out in the court record. Yeah. God, it is tiring doing a stream by myself. I don't know how people do it. Such a deplorable crime. The audacity of stealing the sacred treasure of Her Holiness, our founding mother, is a crime that strikes at the very heart of our nation. Exactly, Your Majesty. We mustn't let the culprit get away with these heinous deeds. Heinous. God damn it. Indeed, such deeds are best described as treason against the crown. You mean the stupid fucking crown on your head? Is this treasure really such a valuable object? How can you even ask such a thing? Of course it is. Why, sealed within this treasure is the very soul, the Mitama, the Holy Mother. Her soul is sealed within the treasure? I think I'll take that with a grain of salt. Grr, you don't believe it, do you? Oh, of course I believe it. Something tells me I better play along. This kind of irreverence is exactly why I dislike defense attorneys so much. Your Honor, or Your Majesty, maybe you should actually listen to other people's opinions. What is it now? This treasure. I've never seen it, so it's a little hard for me to imagine. Can I see a photo of it or something? Of all the outlandish requests, defense attorneys are truly beyond the pale. He's been getting awfully angry with me, and are those veins popping out of his forehead? It's forbidden for anyone outside of the royal family to view the treasure itself. They say that anyone without the proper spiritual power will be blinded instantly. That is why the average person has never seen the treasure, Mr. Wright. I guess there are national treasures that are off limits to the public back home, too. For the benefit of the shamelessly uninformed defense, let me share this newspaper article. It includes photos taken about 8 years ago when the treasure was unearthed. These are the only public photos of the outer box in existence. What's more, the treasure box only leaves the temple's treasure room but once a year for a special New Year's rite that takes place at the palace. Therefore, the treasure box has only ever been seen by a handful of people. Why must things be so hard? Hello, Princess1694, and welcome to the chat. I hear there's been a string of thefts lately of historic artifacts from the temple. Right, Your Majesty, inexcusable thievery of precious national treasures for personal gain. And the culprit is the accused. So he used his position as monk in training to get his hands on the treasure, is that it? The accused's family is by no means wealthy. To help with family finances, he works as a tour guide in addition to his aesthetic training. Thank you for giving an excellent outline of the case, Mr. Payne. Now then, no more questions from the defense, I presume. Excuse me, I didn't even start. What? No, I do have questions. Even more? But you just asked a bunch. You just asked a bunch. We'll make it snappy. My class starts in just a few short minutes. What? He's still planning on going to that thing? There's still a lot I don't know about this case. I should ask now while I have the chance. Let's see. What else do I need to know more about? The motive could be easily fabricated. I'm gonna look at the crime scene. Mr. Payne, where did the crime take place? What? As I already stated, it is in the treasure room of the temple. Oops, that's right. These lying lawyers, not only do they lack morals, but memory too. He apparently has all the brain power of a barnyard chicken, Your Majesty. Ho ho ho, that explains why he has a crest like a rooster. No matter where I go in the world, the insults are always the same. Your Majesty, please let me try again. Alright, fine. We know the weapon, we know the crime scene, let's go to the motive. What do you claim was the defendant's motive? Mr. Payne has already explained that. He wanted to sell the treasure in order to help his family with living expenses. Oh yeah, I guess it slipped my mind. So it's true what they say about lawyers never listening to anyone but themselves. Damn. This freaking guy. Okay, I thought we already knew the weapon was the vase, but okay. Mr. Payne, what was the murder weapon? The murder weapon was the treasure box itself. The empty treasure box left at the scene had a large blood stain on it. How utterly reprehensible using the sacred treasure box for murder. The accused came to the treasure room with the express purpose of stealing the treasure. He climbed the altar stairs and snatched the box, ready to abscond with the treasure. Abscond. I can't pronounce things. I'm also pretty sure my voice is going already, jeez. But he was discovered by Mr. Roll, who had come to the room in the course of his rounds. After walloping Mr. Roll on the head with the treasure box, the accused forced the bloodied housing open and made off the treasure inside. Okay. But the defendant is just a little boy. I hardly think he'd be able to hit the victim, a grown man, on the head. Ah, a very good point, Mr. Wright, but I'm afraid that won't help you. At the time of the crime, the accused was on the stairs leading up to the altar. The accused's elevated position would more than make up for the difference in stature. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Haha, Mr. Payne, your reasoning is flawless. What an elegant argument. Hats off to you, Chief Prosecutor. Don't you just want to punch people in the face sometimes? I kinda wanna. Your title is obviously well earned. Oh boy. Well, the accused's guilt is certainly conclusive. Unless there's anything else, I'm ready to announce my verdict. Very well, in that case, I find the accused... Just one moment, Your Majesty. Don't you think we're rushing the verdict just a little bit? I told you, I'm late, it's already started. How did the time fly by so fast? He's still stuck on that. We haven't even heard the defendant's side of the story yet. Your Majesty, the defense asserts its right to cross-examine the defendant. Huh? Did I say something funny? Cross-examine the... What do you mean by that? What do you mean, what do I mean? I seem to have some dim recollection of the process, but I can't quite recall. And little wonder, the so-called defendant hasn't been questioned in over 20 years. Should I even be surprised anymore? Anyway, I demand we let the defendant, or the accused, tell his side of the story. Is that really necessary? Of course it's necessary, Your Majesty. Heh. What harm could it do? I say we allow the boy to speak, Your Majesty. Though I doubt he'll have anything of relevance to say. Oh, how kind of you, your royal pain in the assness. Very well. As long as it's okay with you, Mr. Payne. I'm already hopelessly late for my class anyway. In that case, the prosecution calls the accused back to the witness stand. Oh, but before we do, I'd better call my wife and apologize for missing that class. Any objections? Go for it, Your Majesty. Accused, state your name and occupation again, if you would. I'll be your guide. I'm in training to be a monk, and I'm a tour guide too. Why me? Now, where were we? Cross-examining the defendant, Your Majesty. Right. Let's do that then. At the defense attorney's insistence, I might add... He sounds a little dispirited, but his wife must have given him a piece of her mind. Well, the defense had better get to it, and make it quick if you please. The defense... Mr. Wright, I didn't know you were a lawyer. Well, I am, and here to defend you I'll be. Don't worry. All you have to do is tell the truth and you'll be alright. You tricked me. What? If I knew you were a lawyer, I wouldn't have given you that tour. Give back that magatom I gave you yesterday. Albie, what's gone into you? Don't talk to me, you disgust me. Oh no. I'm sorry, I am in a profession. Heh, this must be a new experience for you, Mr. Wright, being loathed by a client. Now then, accused, please give the court your testimony. The incident occurred around noon, during the break between the morning, afternoon, and afternoon dances of devotion. I want you to tell the court what you were doing around that time. Alright. Poor kid. The UI design in this game is super cool. I didn't kill Mr. Rawl and I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. I've never even seen that treasure box with the green Curanese butterfly on it. When the incident happened, I was in the hallway planning out my tour route. Were you well acquainted with the victim? Yes, he used to chat with me whenever we ran into each other in the temple. Mr. Rawl was a monk in training when he was a kid too, you know? I bet I'll be looked up to him. But he had to give that up and go to work when his family needed money. That's why he became a guard. But at least that way he could still stay in the temple. He was so proud when he was put in charge of guarding that treasure box. He even got to carry the box to the palace for the New Year's rite. The victim's parents apparently both died relatively young, so Mr. Rawl had to support his younger brothers and sisters as well. But even with his job as a security guard, I'm sure things couldn't have been easy for him. It sounds like his circumstances and Albi's were very similar. Mr. Rawl encouraged me to never give up. Albi, you train hard and make sure you become a monk one day. Don't end up like me, he'd say. He was always living in the city. If you can't hear it, those are ambulance alarms. Sirens. Whatever those noise things are. He was always cheering me on in my training and in my tour guide business too. Why in the world would I kill a nice man like that? Yes, I see. You express yourself well. Defense, now that you've heard the accused's account, are you finally satisfied? If so, let's draw this to an expeditious conclusion. Well, your magistrate, I haven't even cross-examined the defendant yet. That wasn't the end of it? It's been so long, I don't rightly recall what this cross-examining thing is all about. A judge who doesn't know what a cross-examination is. What fresh hell is this? Hell for defense attorneys. I'm sorry, Phoenix, you are actually in hell. I really do wish I could remember how it works. I am fairly certain this is just the tutorial. Whew. I am tired. I am gonna take a quick break real quick. Get up and walk around and get some water. I will be right back. Alright, hello, I'm back with some more water, thanks to my dorm neighbors. Hello, creative ideas, and welcome to the chat. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this is the tutorial, so we're just gonna go ahead and skip it. I already know what to do. Better save my breath, the judge doesn't exactly seem like a model student. You'll just have to watch and see how it's done. See how it's done, son. I love the UI design in this game. It's so cool looking. I didn't kill Mr. Roll and I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. I've never even seen that treasure box with the green Kiranese butterfly on it. That's already a problem because I don't think you can see it in here. Yeah, you can't see the fact that there's a green butterfly on it, and this is a black and white image, so there's already a fallacy. Alright, that was easy.
Objection!
Oh, Albie, why would you lie to me? So you say you've never laid eyes on the treasure box, is that right? That's right, it's forbidden, so I'd never do that. In that case, how did you know there was a green butterfly on it? Huh? But because I saw the picture of it in that newspaper article. Nope. Take another look. These photos are in black and white. You couldn't possibly tell what color the butterfly is from these pictures. Ah! Hold on. His bag, did it just move? But Polkuka... I beg your pardon? Polkunka is a word in Kiranese that people use when they're surprised. You've just exposed a lie, so this is the power of cross-examination, is it? I feel like that'd be kind of like me shouting, "Surprised!" I should be the one shocked here by your shocking lack of understanding. But just a moment. If the accused was lying, then that just makes him more suspicious than ever. Ugh, and this just makes things worse for me than ever. Albie, are you hiding something? Please give only true statements. I can't help you if you don't tell the truth. Darn, I just can't seem to get him to open up to me. So, accused, you have seen the treasure box with your own eyes after all, haven't you? Well, maybe I did take a peek one time a long time ago when I was cleaning the treasure room. But you weren't in the treasure room at the time of the incident, right? Of course I wasn't. That is a lie. You were most definitely inside the treasure room on the day of the incident. And I have proof. He does? This was found on the floor of the treasure room. It's a scroll entitled Notice and contains a list of temple monk duties. These instructions pertain to the day of the incident. And what exactly is that supposed to prove? The accused's fingerprints were found on the scroll. What? Oh no! Where is it? It's not here. I must have dropped it somewhere. Indeed. You must have dropped it when you were busy murdering the victim. Notice added to the court record. Albie, you're really not helping me here. No. And that means Albie was there on the day of the incident. Ha ha ha. So this is the power of cross-examination. The more the accused talks, the guiltier he paints himself. Yes, it would seem so, Your Majesty. He predicted my argument and had evidence ready to refute it. See, I told you can't trust lawyers and their lies. Her benevolence already said that kid's guilty. Just declare him guilty and get it over with. No. Everything's going all wrong. Shadoo. What do I do? Shadoo, what do I do? As I suspected, this cross-examination session has served no purpose whatsoever. No, you're wrong! But armed as we are with her benevolence's insight, there is no reason to doubt his guilt. And I guess I'll just have to poke holes in this insight of hers. By the way, this didn't prove to be very interesting at all, Mr. Payne. Nevertheless, we'll now finally conclude my... I kind of pressed A too quickly, oops. Wait just one moment, Your Majesty. I haven't seen this divination seance for myself yet. As the defense, I have a right to check it. Is that really necessary? I have to get home and apologize to my wife. I guess she really did give him the business. Your Majesty, I enthusiastically support having Mr. Wright see the seance. You do? And why is that, Mr. Payne? Because I'm an egotistical ass. Don't you want to see it? See the lawyer being utterly crushed by the power of the seance? And then watch him tearfully beg for mercy? Well now, I'm sure it'll make up for not getting to go to that class with your wife. It certainly does sound worth seeing, and it would give me a juicy tidbit to tell the missus. Ha 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 ha. Oh, that beard. I've been reduced to a juicy tidbit. Well, foreign interloper, I imagine you do have to see for yourself to be convinced. It's certainly unprecedented, but let's have the divination seance performed again. But then, right after the tearful begging, I really do have to be going. The only tearful begging is going to come from the prosecution when we're through. How pitiful the defense looks, still scrambling desperately for a foothold. Blissfully unaware that defeat and despair are all that await him. Danganronpa. Honestly, every time I hear the word despair, I think of Danganronpa. I've been watching the show. And it's just getting so good. There she is, her benevolence. Your benevolence, Raifa Padam Karayan. Thank you for coming all this way once again. Your gratitude is unnecessary. This is simply my duty. Barb-headed attorney. Yes? I am told you question the veracity of the sacred divination seance. It would seem the depths of your irreverence and blasphemy are lost on you. I'm just a foreigner, ignorant in the ways and customs of this country. I apologize in advance for anything rude I might say or do, Your Benevolence. All I want is a fair trial for Albie. You would imply that the trials of this country are unfair? Do explain, outsider. How verdicts founded on truths imparted by the very souls of the dead lack impartiality. What's fair about trials with no defense and no chance for the accused to tell their story? How dare you speak to Her Benevolence in that manner? Did you hear that? Did you hear me talk to Her Benevolence? We won't stand for it. He must be punished. Looks like I really stuck my foot in it this time. Oh God. Silence, one and all. Is she standing up for me? Be not disquieted, my people. He merely expresses his opinion. Attorneys are ghastly creatures, with souls stained black by brazen untruths, with their crazy opinions. The words of a lowly worm such as that are not worth troubling yourselves over. Alright, I take that back. None of this prattling can sway the truth of my insights. Damn it, Tristan, you make too much noise! Rest assured, he will soon see the error of his foolish ways. Now then, your benevolence. The divination seance, if you would. Certainly. Nanya, my robe. Perfect animation.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Alright, here we go, the moment we've been waiting for. Welcome, Jake, to the chat. This dance sequence is going on for a lot longer than I thought. It is also not bad motion capture. Dang. A final message from the victim's soul. The last communication of his Matama. The divination seance has revealed this to us. Her benevolence can use the power of spirit communion to project the victim's memories of the last few moments before their demise. So what we saw in the pool is what Mr. Roll actually experienced? In the victim's memories, we see the accused raising a weapon over his head. This is consistent with the findings of the police investigation. There has to be some kind of mistake. I didn't do it. This looks bad for Halby. Really, really bad. Now do you see why I'm the incredible pain? The incredible pain in the neck. More than I can express. But even if those really are the victim's last memories, what can I do with them? Heh there it is. There's the face of a man being utterly crushed. Oh, how long I've waited to see it. Isn't it wonderfully gratifying, Your Majesty? Oh yes, very satisfying indeed. Now are you finally convinced, Traveler? The accused is most assuredly guilty. Am I really the only unbiased one here? Now then, I think we've been amused enough. If you give up now, I won't even invoke the Defense Culpability Act against you. You'd be free to slink back to your own country with your tail between your legs. The Defense Culpability Act? What's that? What? You mean you honestly don't know? No? Oh, Phoenix, you don't even research when you travel. What's with all the hubbub? Well, well. Not only is he a lying, black-hearted lawyer, he's also an imbecile. Your Majesty, I think you'd better explain the Defense Culpability Act to him. Yes, I think I'd better. The Defense Culpability Act, or DC Act for short, is as follows. In the name of Her Eminence, those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In other words, if you help the accused by defending him and he is found guilty, you will receive the same sentence as he. What kind of insane law is that? Oh shit, the stakes are raised. Under the DC Act, many an attorney has been convicted and met with a grim fate. Some went to prison, others received the death penalty. That's why there are so few in our country today who admit to being an attorney. That's as it should be. That's all kinds of fucked up. The history of our courts proves that attorneys are black-souled creatures who will tell any lie to save the accused. Thus, attorneys deserve to be exterminated. Damn, looks like Doctor Who took over the show. Exterminate. What could have happened to make everyone feel this way? Heh. You fell right into my trap card, Phoenix, right? Your win streak against me and my brother ends today. Oh, that's brother. With the seance and the DC Act on my side, I'll finally get my revenge. So that's why he was so eager to have you defend Albany. Chased down and humiliated back home, fate brought me to the foothills of Karain. I thank my lucky stars that I'm chief prosecutor here now. Defense, know that if I rule that the accused is guilty, you will go to prison too. That explains Helby's reaction earlier. Your Majesty, isn't a prison sentence a bit lenient? After all, we're talking about treason. One should pay for such a crime with one's life. So this is how it's gonna be, huh? So this is how it's gonna be, huh? The death penalty? No way! You're kidding, right, Your Majesty? Ha ha ha. Do I look like I'm kidding? Now with that beard, I'll have you put your life and your dark-tainted soul on the line here. Death? This can't be happening. The Courts of Resignation. Our courts are well known as thus. In this land, where my seances provide the truth and no attorneys can intervene, criminals know that all they can do is resign themselves to their fate. Oh, foreign lawyer, I ask you once more. Are you sure you still want to defend the accused? There's Maya to think of in all this. There's Maya to think of in all this too. I can't just lay down my life. What in the world should I do? Welp. Tune in for next week's episode of Ace Attorney. God, I need a break. But yeah, streaming's hard stuff. I didn't realize how, honestly, I didn't realize how, hard it is on the voice to do this kind of stuff. I used to stream, like, a year ago, maybe, on my, actual Twitch account. But I was generally quiet, and I was playing a horror game, so it was more based off, reactions than any, like, real good commentary. I'm trying my best here. You know what? Phoenix always ends up winning. Here you go. Isn't this why I became a lawyer in the first place? To help those with no one on their side? I can't just abandon everything I believe in. All I can do now is stand firm and fight. Well, don't hold your fears. Hold your tears back on my account, Phoenix Wright. Admit your defeat and grovel before me, the chief prosecutor, for your life.
Objection!
Even if it means being subjected to the Defense Culpability Act. I will defend Albie. What? Mr. Wright! The defendant insists he's innocent, and not even a divination seance should be accepted without examination. Paul Cook? But if I'm found guilty, you'll get the death penalty too. Even knowing that, you'll still want to defend me? I don't know what happened in the past, but it looks like everyone in this country considers lawyers to be liars. So I can understand if you don't believe me, but I still believe in you and your innocence. So all I have to do is keep believing and find the truth. That's all there is to it. Though your barbed jabs are proving to be more than mere jokes. Your benevolence. Believe me when I say that this attorney will knock your insides out. Good one, Feeny. Yeah, that's enough of that. Insolent, disrespectful attorney. You'll have plenty of time to regret your folly in the Shadow Realm. Not a wise move, Traveler. Not wise at all. You should have taken the chance I offered to save your life. But you have made your choice. The Defense Culpability Act will be applied in this case. And with this verdict, you'll both soon be parting with your heads. Jesus, chill out. The souls of the departed speak only the truth, and I but give their messages a voice. If you think my insights contain falsehood, I challenge you to prove it. Raifa's insight. The accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. Still, I can't believe it. A murder after the morning dance of devotion? These are the victim's experiences just before his death. As the victim's final memories, we can assume they aren't lies. So how do I break this down? Allow me to relieve you of your ignorance, Defense. Did you notice the words that appeared in the seance vision? Come to think of it, I did see words. Like Song of Ceremony and Incense. The victim's final memories are not limited to sight alone. Sight, smell, taste, sound, touch, all is laid bare in the pools of souls. So what Mr. Roll experienced with his five senses appears in the vision as words, right? Precisely. By examining these sensations, we can perceive the victim's final moments with unparalleled clarity. Oh god, these streams are affecting me already. Works for me, I can use all the extra information I can get. Now, to find the contradiction between your insights and the seance vision. Your benevolence, I ask that you please show me the seance vision again. Very well. Exactly. Alright, here's the tutorial.
Objection!
Wait just a moment. Yes? What is it, Barbed Head? You're saying the incident occurred after the morning dance of devotion, right? That's right. What of it? Then isn't it strange that Mr. Roll could still hear the Song of Ceremony? Oh my, you're absolutely right. Is that all that troubles you? Huh? What the victim heard was just a practice run of the Song of Ceremony. Practice run? What are you talking about? Mr. Payne, if you would. Certainly. Allow me to explain. The incident occurred in the interval between the morning and the afternoon dances. During that time, the singers were practicing in the performance hall. Precisely. I was there as well, so I can corroborate this statement. I see. So what the victim heard was that practice session. Ugh, there goes my contradiction. Okay, so they were practicing in this performance hall. It must be the room where Albie and I saw her benevolence dancing. However, Mr. Payne, I admit one detail troubles me. Ask away, Your Majesty. It's a big temple. The performance hall and treasure room are quite far from each other. Could the song really be heard all the way in that treasure room? He's right, it's a very big temple. Well, how about it, Mr. Payne? Your Majesty, have you forgotten? There are speakers in every room of redundant temple, including the treasure room. Oh, that's right. Speakers? For what purpose? Are you serious, Mr. Wright? They're to broadcast the sacred music of the performance hall throughout the temple. That's why the victim could hear the song of ceremony in the seance vision. It was a practice run going on in the performance hall, heard over the speakers. Thank you for your explanation, Your Benevolence. This makes perfect sense, even to the feeble-minded old man like me. Think nothing of it. Now, if you wouldn't mind, could you please alter your insights for us? Very well. I have to say, this is actually really interesting. The song about the Founder's Orb sung during the Dance of Devotion includes an English translation. Can't tell. I feel like it's the notice. Due to the growing number of thefts around the temple, we'll be tightening security throughout. Therefore, all the hallway shutters will remain shut for today's dance of devotion. They wouldn't burn incense if the hallway shutters were shut. Oh, I'm gonna try that. You know what? I'm actually gonna save for now.
Objection!
Ugh. Damn, okay, so the only inconsistency we're looking for is in the, I guess it's this.
Objection!
Yeah, it happened right before it. Of course, as anyone with eyes can see. Well, pardon me, but I must disagree. Your benevolence, please take another look at the exact moment the victim felt pain. Oh, yeah. Stupid. Everything goes black, and then, only after that, the victim feels pain. Inconceivable. This places the order of events at odds with what you say happened. My word. Porcoca. It's such a weird word to say. Your benevolence, what is the meaning of this? I cannot be wrong. My insights are beyond fallacy. If what the defense says is true, this is a very grave matter indeed. Please forgive me, your benevolence, but I'm afraid this contradiction is something we simply can't ignore. Heh. Now, let's not be too hasty, your majesty. I think I can clear this up. You have something to add, Mr. Payne? 1,000 apologies. It seems that prosecution has failed to make one tiny thing clear, and that would be... On the day of the incident, there was a power outage, a blackout in one part of the temple, and as I recall, the crime scene was in that sector. The power outage must be why the victim's field of vision went dark. I apologize for neglecting to tell the court this detail. I'm afraid it slipped my mind. Or rather, you knew all along and are only letting it slip now. That's convenient, Payne. The power outage knocked out both the lights and the speakers. Oh, there was a blackout there, was there? Well now. That explains everything, does it not? There's already a contradiction there. What do you mean, your benevolence? Please share your thoughts with us, if you would. The blackout occurred when the accused and the victim were faced with one another. Fearing the victim would flee under the cover of darkness, the accused swiftly brought his weapon down on the victim's head. I see, that makes perfect sense, your benevolence. So the victim was struck after the lights went out. The depth of your insight is awe-inspiring, your benevolence. Give her a hand, everyone. Hey, I want to live long and prosper too. Enough applause. You flatter me. Now, your benevolence. In light of this new information, yes, of course, I will alter my insight. At least I was able to draw out some new info. And with new info comes a chance to find new inconsistencies. Now to compare the insights with the vision again and see what else I can dig up. Alright, so this one's easy. One can safely assume the accused.
Objection!
Easy. The speakers are still on, even though they just said they were off because of the power outage. Your benevolence, as impressive as your spirit communion power is, it's not infallible. You never know when to stop talking, do you? I hope you realize your words are an insult to all adherents of Karayanism. Defense, watch what you say. If you don't mind that tongue of yours, you won't have one left to mind. It's certainly not my intention to insult spirit mediums, but maybe I'm not the one who needs to learn when to stop talking. What malarkey. I believe you said a few moments ago that the victim could hear the song of ceremony thanks to the temple's speakers. But then, how do you explain how the victim could still hear the song of ceremony even after the power went out? This contradiction of facts can only mean that the song of ceremony Mr. Rawl heard was not coming from the speakers. What? Impossible! What are you saying? That the song he heard was coming directly from the performance hall? That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the only possible explanation. But the scene of the crime was nowhere near the performance hall. Right. The song couldn't make it all the way to the treasure room. Not unless... You mean to say... Yes, the treasure room was not the actual scene of the crime. It must have been somewhere else, somewhere closer to the performance hall. What? You cannot be serious. There is a glaring contradiction in the claims of her benevolence and the prosecution. Therefore, the defense insists that this case be thoroughly re-examined. What? No. This is completely unprecedented. And inconsistency in her benevolence insights? Unbelievable. Heed not his forked tongue, your majesty. These are but the claims of a corrupt lawyer, a feeble ruse from a feeble mind. But the contradiction revealed by the defense is undeniable. We can't just turn a blind eye to it. But the defense's assertion is in the end meaningless. Even if the location of the murder turned out to be different, it doesn't change what we've seen on the moment of the murder. Indeed, the accused is standing right there in front of the victim. Furthermore, the murder weapon remains raised above his head. My instincts will still stand. Hate to admit it, but she's right. The seance vision still makes the situation look really grim for Albie. I doubt even the defense can dream up an explanation as to why the accused had his hands up over his head. Well, this defense dares to dream of making out of this nightmare alive. You what? You still insist on trying to tear down my insights? Do you? You'd better be prepared to back up your claim. Remember what will happen to that tongue of yours if we find out you were just wagging it. Of course I could back up my claim, just as soon as I think of something. You appear to be fully prepared, defense. As the embodiment of this court, I give you permission to try and prove your claim, as long as you're willing to stake your life on it. I concur, your majesty. Prepare the tongue shears. Chop chop. Yes, let's have the bailiff fetch them.
I'm just leaving my phone in here. Fix that.
You're interrupting a very important moment.
Something less than.
Get out of here with your weeb language.
I'm taking Japanese class, you dork.
He is indeed taking a Japanese class. It's actually pretty cool. I think I saw a cerebral pair in the basement. Chop chop. Stop, stop. Hear that lying lawyers have several tongues to spare. I'm sure he won't miss one. Yikes, these people are actually serious. I'm rather attached to my tongue. Think, Phoenix, think. Other than to raise a weapon, why would Albie have held his hands up like that? Aha, so that's why. The reason the defendant had his hands up over his head can be explained by something in the crime photo. What explains why Albie had his hands raised above his head? The gun, silly!
Take that!
As in the seance vision, I witnessed the defendant raise both his hands over his head yesterday. You did? Where did you see such a thing? When the police had their guns trained on him as they made their arrest. Oh, are you saying? The victim was a security guard, and an armed one at that. The defense proposes that the victim had pointed his firearm at Albie. And that's why the defendant's hands were raised in the air. Parcheesi! Who would have thought the seance vision could be interpreted that way? This is not possible. It can't be. Not bad for a total knockout. How dare that lawyer devil go against her benevolence? Traitor Snake Dirk? Who's that? No, can't believe it. A contradiction in one of my insights. There has to be some kind of mistake. I won't accept it. That's right, your benevolence, and I won't accept it either. It goes against all we hold sacred. Throw him in jail immediately for less majesty. What? Yeah, you said throw him in jail. Yes, make him pay for the way he disrespected benevolence. Ugh, these people are definitely not my fans right now. Now, everyone, please calm down. Your Majesty, please assign this black-hearted attorney to a suitable punishment. No, I can't charge him with a less majesty. Oh God. What? What? Why not, Your Majesty? He was simply following the proper procedure for defending the accused. There's nothing unlawful about that. But Your Majesty, don't you want to wrap this trial up quickly? Why not just give your verdict, then you can go home and make it up to your wife. We can't end the trial now, not when we just learned new information about the case. What? Your Majesty, not you too. You would honestly entertain the idea that my insights contains a contradiction? Truly, it is shocking. In the 20+ years since the DC Act went into effect, such a thing has never occurred. To be honest, I didn't want to believe it either. But with his life on the line, the defense pointed out an inconsistency, and it is our duty to scrutinize it to the satisfaction of the law. You dare go against a royal priestess, you non-believer? No, my faith is as strong as ever, but I have a duty to make a fair ruling in this trial. If you insist on interfering with that process, your benevolence, I'm afraid I must request your removal from this courtroom, royal priestess or not. What? I'll have you know, your benevolence. Please, acquiesce. I'm gonna go look up the pronunciation of that word real quick. Hold on a sec. Alright. How do you pronounce? Acquiesce. Alright, let's hear it.
Acquiesce. Acquiesce.
And that is how you pronounce it. Please acquiesce this please acquiesce in this, your benevolence. If looks could kill, I won't forget this offense, barbed head. I do not admit defeat. I won't. Bailiff, please see her benevolence out. Your Mitama will face due retribution in the Shadow Realm. The demons there they'll pluck the barbs right off your stupid head. Ha ha ha. I hope your suffering will be super duper painful. And I hope they throw you into a lake of burning fire. Yeah, and then. I guess she's still just a teenager after all. Now then, defense. Mr. Light, was it? That's right, Your Majesty. Phoenix Wright. Of course, Mr. Wright, my apologies. Well, now that we have this newly uncovered fact, I suggest we proceed with arguments. Thank you, Your Majesty. Yes, but do not misunderstand me. This doesn't mean I trust you completely. I'll be keeping a close eye on you, so don't even think about lying to this court. I understand, Your Majesty. Maybe now we can finally run a real trial. Arguments, Your Majesty. Very well, I accept your challenge. Huh? What's with him? Hee hee hee. Oh, the look on your face, Mr. Wright. It's just... it's just too hilarious. What's so funny, Mr. Payne? The defense still doesn't get it. The truth he unearthed is going to bury him in his case instead. What do you mean by that, prosecutor? I told you, it's Chief Prosecutor. Yes, because that's the point to focus on right now. The defense is digging its own grave. Consider this, Your Majesty. Why would the victim, a security guard, point a gun at the accused? Oh? Oh, indeed, because the accused was about to commit a theft. It's the only logical explanation. What? That does sound pretty logical, actually. It doesn't help the accused situation at all. If anything, it makes him look even more guilty. Yes, I have to agree. Allow me spell out the truth of defense. Didn't bother to think through. Mr. Rawl came across the accused just as he was trying to steal the treasure. The guard pointed his gun at the accused, and then, just when the power went out, the accused murdered the victim and hid his body in the treasure room. A hand truck for moving heavy treasure around is stored in the treasure room. The accused could have easily moved the body with that. And after all that hard work to knock down those insights, back into the old familiar corner once more. Mr. Wright, do you have a rebuttal? I'm drawing a total blank here. I hope you're ready to climb that scaffold. I asked you a question, defense. I've got nothing. I can't think of any grounds for an objection. The only thing I can do at this point is ask the defendant himself what happened. But I don't know if Albie will cooperate with me or not. Albie? Will you tell us what really happened? You don't have to say anything, accused. Fall for his evil trap and you'll only dirty your own soul. Albie, you have to tell me the truth. I can't help you unless you do. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry. Why? Why won't he trust me? Is this it? Is this the end for both of us? Maya, I'm sorry. I never met a real lawyer before. Everybody always told me they're bad. Bad people who help dirty criminals go free. I never thought a lawyer would actually try to help me. Would actually believe in me. Would risk his own life for me. I never would have even imagined it. Albie. So, that's why I lied, to try and save myself. But I'm not going to lie anymore. If you believe in me enough to put your life on the line, then I'm going to believe in you too. What? Allow me. Allow me to explain. Time to finally get to the bottom of things. That's why I'm going to take another 5-minute break. My throat is killing me. Alright, well, I think we're actually gonna leave it off right here. My throat is killing me. And on the first day of, streaming too. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. This is a whole new format that we're trying to work around with. But yeah, I used to do streams before. And like I said, I used to do streams back on Twitch. But I was always pretty quiet when doing those anyway. I played Silent Hill one of those times, and generally, like, horror games are better for reaction rather than a constant commentary. Then reading out all this dialogue is just killing me. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna end it here right now. So, see you in the next episode.